This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. This is something we've been focused on digital currencies for, a couple decades. Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought. We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And it is Car's birthday today. We're going to be partying all day. Give him a shout out. Keep that Cash App ringing. Thanks for those who already sent the shout out. And then also a Cash App. Guys, keep it coming. Now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We have stocks flat. Only thing you have to do is look at the calendar to see why. But this week will be a roller coaster ride. We have the Democrats, and also we have Jerome in the House on Friday. And we know they like the markets to look decent. Now, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates right now down. We have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether expands to Aptos blockchain for lower fees. And remember, Tether is making more money than a lot of these big corporations on the stock market. It is unbelievable. But remember, guys, the central banks have their hands all over Tether. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $330 billion. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. And again, guys, we have Jerome in the House on Friday for Jackson Hole. And of course, the media is going to say he's going to be talking about rates, whether he's going to cut or not. We know that's not going to happen. It's going to say it's going to be data dependent. And those of us who actually look at the data, we know what's about to happen. Yes, the Fed is going to be cutting rates, but the damage has already been done. They've broken up every single sector, and you can see if you're actually paying attention to these digital assets and what they can do, you know they're going to be the fix. But remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. They destroyed the supply chain. We know what cryptos fixed that. They destroyed the actual economic system. We know these digital currencies, DeFi is going to fix that. Tokenizing real estate. We know what cryptos are going to be used for that. And that's the reason why smart contracts are so important for insurance and real estate. But we can clearly see how they're going to come about all of this. But one thing everyone is leaving out are these supercomputers. And again, I go back to Eagle Eye, because you're going to have a bunch of computers going to one main brain that's going to be controlling this thing without a human involved. And make sure you go watch the video I did last night, because we know the NWO dangles that carrot. They want to make it easier for you, and that's how you're going to enter into the metaverse. Enter into the virtual world, and you're going to love it so much you're not going to want to leave. Think about all the depression. Think about all the people that get beat up on a daily basis, and they get to go into a false world and live the life they want to live. The same way social media, people live lies all day long, but have to come back to reality. And that's why you get so many suicides. With this, guys, they don't have to come back. They can stay in this virtual world. But I did a Patreon video last night to tell you what happens at the end. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. The Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are down right now as I'm doing this video. Now getting over into a little crypto news. We have Colorado church group tokenizes 2.5 million chapel. And what did the pastor say? He was compelled by a higher power to use blockchain. And guys, we know that high power was the devil. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Hashkey partners with Telegram Game Citizen to expand GameFi reach. And guys, we know gaming is definitely going to be used as a carrot to get the millennials and generation inside of this virtual world, inside the metaverse. And we already know how big gaming is now, but just imagine the masses getting paid just to play video games. But we know learning also is going to be surrounded by gaming. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have Trump's odds of winning the presidency spike on Polymarket. And we have the mainstream media polls have Harris winning. And we know that's impossible. We know these polls, we don't even know where they even come from, what people they're speaking to. But Harris running for president is a bigger piece of the puzzle. Only thing you have to do is sit back, get your popcorn, and let it play out. But whoever becomes president, their job is to get us moved over to this fourth industrial revolution. And then also, whoever becomes president is going to take the blame of the United States dollar losing that world reserve currency, which we know that is not true, but they're going to be the head. And then, of course, we're going to have the rise of China, the BRICS nations, along with that digital yuan, and then also the Belt and Road. This new economy in the East is going to rise while the West is going to be destroyed. And we know no one is going to feel sorry for America. And that's how the NWO is going to pull it off. And by America handing out free money, they won't have to worry about any uprising. Remember, the C word was just a simulation of what the real plan is going to be. And with that crisis is going to allow them to move in the robots, algorithms, and drones while the sheep stay home and get this free money. So the economy will be ran without a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Yashu and Grandma T save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Yashua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.